Good evening, I am QUAN, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. I'm going to do a quick collective read for you on some cards that I already pulled out. I have a masculine energy here. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. The sign does not matter because we have all signs in our chart. If the message resonates, then take it as it applies. This masculine energy chose wrong. They were involved with a very immature feminine energy, a young lady that is operating out of chaotic feminine energy. She's a distorted woman, okay? And we all know when we're in our distorted energy, whether we be male or female, it's mostly because of unhealed wounds that we have not yet addressed within ourselves that cause us to project onto others instead of go within and reflect within ourselves to heal. Okay, simple enough. I mean, that's the damn story of the whole world right now. Okay, this masculine was in a connection wherein this woman was only using him for finances and resources, okay? And she was keeping him bound to her. And he was connected to her just out of lust and sex, and for superficial reasons, you know, because he was attracted to her. And like I said, he was distorted in his choosing as well. This woman kept this masculine bind in a connection because she told him that she was pregnant with his child. It came out that she might have never been pregnant, or even if she was pregnant in the past, she may have lost the baby. And they said that if she did lose the baby one of those times, it was because it was divine intervention from God, because he did not want that union to take place. That couple was together because they were both a lesson in each other's life. This masculine recently just found out that she's not pregnant, and as soon as he found out she wasn't pregnant, he separated from this woman. And when he separated from her, she was worried about losing her finances and stability, because these are the type of tricks and antics that she's accustomed to using to keeping men in her life to financially support her and to maintain her stability, maintain her home, possibly her vehicle, and other things in her life. Okay. So I'm picking up, I did another reading that is going on 6 hours now because I did it from my phone, so it has not loaded. So now I'm working from my laptop, okay? So now this masculine, now that he has found out that she's not pregnant, and that was the thing that was keeping him bound because of all the things that she was threatening to do, take him to court. You're going to have a hell of a time in court with me. Oh, the child support you're going to pay. Oh, you better not leave me, you know, this, that, and the other. This is someone that is stable. This is someone that is responsible. They pay their bills on time. They will always hold down a job. And that young woman was capitalizing off of the fact that they know this person is a responsible person, and they know that they're always going to work. So they will definitely be able to get support from that person financially as long as they have that child. But this masculine did not want to stay connected to that energy because that energy was very distorted. So now this masculine, that he's found out that she is not pregnant. The Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles is this masculine energy. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles, that's someone that's stable, hardworking, pays their bills, an older person that takes care of their business. They handle things. Very hard worker. And the Queen of Swords is the mind frame that they're in right now. Right now, they are not using any emotion. They have shut their emotions down completely because this person had their feelings involved with this young lady. They had some emotion on some level for her. But whatever the case may be, right now they're simply operating out of emotion. I'm sorry, out of their logic. And they know this connection is not good for them, so they're moving forward ahead in their life away from her. They took that sword of theirs and they chopped off that connection as soon as they found out that baby wasn't coming, and they decided to do or go through some type of a transformation with that butterfly up there. Okay. Now this masculine's trying to get the hell out of Dodge as quickly as possible, because what I pulled was the pyramid. That's the Tower reverse. Them trying to avoid a disaster. 5 of Wands. They're trying to avoid a disaster in having any more altercations with this woman. Now that they feel like they dodged a bullet, I'm not going to have to go to court with this lady. I'm not going to be dragged through a whole bunch of craziness. Whether or not they were married to this woman or not, whatever the case may be, they're happy. Now, I don't know if this masculine was married to whoever this distorted feminine is. I don't know if they have other children with this distorted energy, but all they know is right now they're not pregnant and they're not going to take any more chances. So that masculine energy is the 6 of Swords. They're trying to move to calmer waters. 5 of Pentacles reverse. They've separated themselves from that person completely. And this is something that's playing out right now as we speak. 6 of Cups reversed. Okay, this is playing out right now. They're trying to put as much distance as they can between them and whomever that woman is. And the 5, that's why they're in their logical mind right now. You know, they're putting distance between that person. But this masculine is going to need to be careful, because all women are very intuitive just because we are women. Okay, understand, a woman is born with intuition because women are the ones that give birth to a child, right? We're the ones that give birth to a child, so we have to have a certain level of intuition to be able to sense what is wrong with the baby before it's able to effectively talk and communicate and say what they want. I'm wet. I boo-booed. I am hungry. I got bit by a spider. You know, whatever the case may be, a woman intuition allows them to be able to sense when there's something wrong with their child, and to know what it is based on how that child is crying, or the look on their face, or just a lot of little things that we're in tune with children. Okay, so that same intuition is used in other ways too. You know, that same intuition allows us to know when a man is in another woman's energy. You know, that's why we don't ignore our intuition. Most of the time we follow up with our intuition, because if that same intuition doesn't fail us when it comes to dealing with the baby, that's that same exact feeling and intuition we get when it comes to other aspects of our life that we can trust in our gut, that in that solar plexus region. Okay, a woman can sense when a man is becoming weak. We can sense when what your sex cycle is. So this masculine broke up with this woman, but this woman wants to hold on to this masculine. So she knows what his sex cycle is. She knows how he behaves after sex, after he's emptied out his nut sack. We know, and we can tell in your pattern of behavior, because everyone has a cycle, sex cycles that they go through, and when they release, okay, and ejaculate, all right. So they're no longer horny. They're thinking clearly. They're not thinking like a woman. They're thinking in their logic mind, because they just emptied out. They're not all backed up. And we notice sudden changes in your behavior during that time. Most married women know their men like this, okay? We can tell where you are sexually, because say in a connection or a marriage, you live in a house with a man, you notice how he's not as attentive to you after, just like days after, you've had a lot of sexual rendezvous with your partner, you notice that they kind of pull away. Not, so to speak, in a rude way, but you just notice they seem a little more disconnected and less intuitive with you. They're not as in tune with you. They're not as focused as you, right? Focused on you, right? And they get more focused on their work or the task at hand or whatever else they do. They tend to just not be as attentive to you because their sack is empty and their mind is clear and they're moving ahead in their daily life. But as the days go by, it starts to reaccumulate. It starts to build back up, and that sexual tension starts to build back up. And as that backs up, the way the mind works is differently. And with men, as their nutsack starts to fill back up, suddenly, intuitively, they know where they have to go to empty out again. So suddenly their energy and their focus and attention becomes more on the wife or more on the mate or more on whatever women are in their life. Suddenly they're more in tune with you. Here, let me get that for you. Let me help you with this. Let me wash the dishes. They start paying more attention to you, talking to you more, being a lot more attentive. We are in tune with your behaviors and your sexual cycle. We know when it's building up inside of you and you're wanting a release, because you then become more attentive to us during that time. And when it comes closest to that time, when you're ready to release, that's when you're the most attentive. Let me get the baby for you. Let me do this for you. Let me do that. How you doing today? I just wanted to check on you, see how you're doing. This, that, and the other. This, that, and the other. It starts to build up, just like the cycles of the moon with the energy when it's waxing and building up momentum, and then the full moon comes and there's a release, and then the energy starts to fade. The energy starts to wane, just like the moon. Okay, it's everything in life has cycles. So women are in tune with you. So this masculine has to be very careful, because although it might be easy for him to shut his emotions down right now and operate out of logic, because maybe he recently released, eventually in the coming days, if this masculine does not have another option and has not met anyone else yet, it's going to build back up for him. And then he's going to be just looking for where he's going to release or how he's going to release. Okay? And of course, there's masturbation or self-control. But for the most part, men would rather release with a woman or another man. So he may be tempted to come out of this logic mind that he's functioning out of, allowing him to make clear logical decisions right now, and he might start getting into more of a King of Cups energy. He might start feeling a little more emotional as that energy starts to build back up. So this masculine, if this resonates with you, needs to have some type of plan in place or something set in place for when he peaks and gets to that point again. Because like I said, women are very intuitive and they know your sex cycle. Oh, that's all right, he's not thinking about me right now, but by next week he's gonna be there again. He's gonna be looking for me by next week. By next week he's gonna be searching for me. He's gonna be thinking about me. Okay, so we'll go with that. Now this masculine is also now wanting, or in an energy of going back towards someone that he is viewing right now as the high priestess and the empress. Now from my other readings, what I was reading in the that it's still processing, but it'll come out soon. The one I did before that, this masculine was viewing this high priestess empress in a different way before. He was viewing her only as like a Queen of Pentacles energy, someone stable, someone reliable, someone that will answer when I call, someone that will give me an equal give and take. Because it was an imbalanced connection that he was in with that immature energy, that woman in the distorted energy that he was with. It was imbalanced and unfulfilling because it was about money. It was basically more about money and resources for sex, which is not a real heart connection. But he was viewing the Queen of Pentacles that was in his energy, or that he was going toward at some point, just as someone to use as a backup, possibly. You know, just someone that's a little more reliable and dependable. You know, when my main person, which was the woman in the distorted energy, is not available. And he wasn't really taking her that serious. But now that he has cut this connection off, he's viewing that other Queen of Pentacles energy. He's seeing her as a high priestess and an empress. Okay? So if this is you, and you were involved with this masculine energy is now viewing you as a high priestess, someone that's highly intuitive, and someone that possesses all the characteristics and the qualities that someone would want to meet all of their desires and standards. You check all the marks on their list off, okay? They were not viewing you as that before. Maybe because you came at them in a Queen of Cups energy, very loving. So maybe they didn't think you had confidence. Maybe they thought you were just a pushover. Because in my other reading, first they viewed you as the Queen of Pentacles, someone that's stable and reliable, okay, boring, right? And then after you rejected them and walked away, they started to view you as the Queen of Wands, which means that they thought you were a pushover at first, but now, because you rejected them and didn't accept the type of breadcrumbing offer that they wanted, and the position that they wanted you to play in their life, and you stood up to them, now they realize, oh, this is the Queen of Wands, she's confident. And now, that was not good enough for you, and it's not. Now they're viewing you as the High Priestess and the Empress. They're finally viewing you correctly. Now, initially they were doing spell work on you, and they wanted to come towards you. Instead of trying to do spell work to cause you to connect with them in a low vibrational way so they could steal your energy, playing mind games with you, it did not work because you were too confident. Now, they wanted to ask you for your energy. Hey, okay, fine. I just want your energy, and I'm going to ask for it the right way instead of doing spell work and playing mind manipulation games with you to trick you out of your energy. And that's still a no for you, because they still have to come all the way correct. They have to heal, and no one heals overnight. Although there is an awareness that healing is needed, that this masculine has, and initially did not want to work on it. They were still doing spell work on you under this moon and wanting to come to you still with a hidden agenda. They didn't have real emotions. They were still closed off to you emotionally in not wanting to be vulnerable, but in actuality just still wanting to come and ask for your energy. And they're still energetically rejected by you. Okay? Because you're not going to accept a narcissist. So now this masculine is wanting to come at you with an offer because they realize this distorted energy is not what they want in their life. So they now want to come to you and make an offer and possibly even tell you the truth about everything that went down. Because if you're a high priestess, they figured you out. They figured out that you can read energy, that you are psychic as fuck, okay? And they can't pull the wool over your eyes. They can't circumvent the system. They have to do the work. So now they're very passionate about coming towards you with this Knight of Wands. They're very passionate about coming towards you to make you an offer to tell you the truth, okay? And they want to let you know that they don't want to put any more, they don't want to, Eight of Pentacles reverse. They don't want to put any more work into wearing this mask of being closed off emotionally, using mental manipulation tactics, holding back their vulnerability, okay? So if this masculine is in an energy of wanting to heal now, although they have not fully healed yet, because I get an energy like they might have some issues with them that need working on. It would be okay if you want to or decide to open up to a friendship, as long as they're in the right energy. But I would not be so quick to jump into I wouldn't be so quick to jump into another relationship with them. Okay. Yeah, they are wanting to move to calmer waters. This is the Six of Swords. They want to move to calmer waters. They don't want to play no games no more. You remember in Act Like a Man, Think Like a Woman, Think Like a Man, Act Like a Woman, that movie that came out with Kevin Hart, the comedy, where I think it was the second one, where they all went to Las Vegas because the young lady was getting, the actress was getting married. They were getting married, okay? And she was marrying the mama's boy. And Kevin Hart and Wendy Williams in the movie, you know, he was showing off to everybody. I got divorced. I left her ass. I don't need a woman. What I need her for? I got my bros. Shit, we gonna party. Y'all are my wingman. Y'all my wingman. Let's go to the strip club. Them strippers, they love me. The strippers love me. They tell me I look like Idris Elba. And after a while, Kevin Hart broke down in the movie, and he was like, I'm tired of this shit, Gail. I'm tired of it. I want to come home. I want to come home. I want you to put me in my pajamas and zip me up and tuck me in my bed. And he turned into a baby on her ass. He said, I'm tired of being out here in these streets. I want to come home. You want me to bring you something? So it's a thing where, you know, these men get in this energy sometime where they feel like they can breadcrumb you, you know, and if you're not willing to accept bad treatment from them, well, shit, these strippers love me. Shit. I'm going to go overseas and find me a Filipino woman, a submissive woman. I'm going to go to an Asian country. I'm going to go to Brazil. I'm going to go to some community. I can go find one of these little thoughts running around out here that'll appreciate a man. And she'll accept my low vibrational behavior, because she's just going to be glad, you know, I'm going to throw some little chump change at her ass and I'm going to be appreciated. It's almost like a little child that's rebelling, you know, because you won't accept their childish, unevolved behavior. And you're making them stand up in divine masculinity and come at you correctly, even though they still act like a child. Are there any more messages, Spirit? Are there any more messages? Yes, there are. Woo! This man want to move to calmer waters. Got the Six of Swords again. This man wants to move to calmer waters. He want to come home. This man want to come home. He tired of being out there in them streets. He not happy with what he got. 4 cups. He not happy out there in them streets. His back is cold on that island. He tired of eating coconuts. He Tom Hanks in Castaway. Wilson! He tired of sleeping with a sock and sticking his dick in a soccer ball. This man is stuck. This man got his justice, or he wants justice now. 4 of Cups, he's dissatisfied with what he thought was that street life. He's in a King of Cups energy right now, wanting to not mentally manipulate. He's emotionally intelligent, but he realizes that he can't come at you in an energy of emotional manipulation and love bombing. He wants some type of union with you now. He wants justice with you now. 4 of Wands, the Justice card, because he feels stuck. This is the Hangman. He feels like he's in a stuck place, Like he can't move forward. I can't move backwards, because if I move backwards, I'm going to move back into thought land. And one of them heifers, them street smart heifers, are going to have my ass caught up in the system, in court. He said, God gave me a second chance. Maybe I could choose better this time. Go ahead, Spirit. Is there anything else you want to say? 3 of Pentacles. Okay. I wouldn't jump right into any type of relationship with this man. And I'm going to tell you why. Whoever this masculine is that wants to come back, that's in the energy of wanting to come back towards you, although their intentions are good right now and they are viewing you correctly, they still have some stuff they have to clear up with themselves internally. You never allow a man or woman that literally just stepped out of one situation to walk right into your situation. He has not even cleared that energy off of him yet. He needs time to heal and to reflect on everything that happened so he can take his time and process it correctly. I'm not saying it could never happen. You can become friends with him and talk to him, about his behavior and allow an apology to take place. But you don't jump out of one situation into another. That is not healthy behavior. A person needs to, a healed person knows how to be by themselves. If this person has emotional codependent issues, which might be why they was in a distorted energy with that distorted feminine, then that's something that they're going to have to look inside themselves and heal first. Because if you get into a relationship with someone that is still emotionally codependent and unhealed, it's going to, if not right away, when you pass the honeymoon phase of first reuniting, those wounds are going to come up again. And someone, when you're fighting or arguing, may come up in the mix that they may feel like they need approval from because they're emotionally codependent. They have some healing to do. You need to talk to this person if you choose to maintain a friendship with them and find out where their heart and head is. Pay attention to how they talk. Pay attention. Stay friends with them for a little while. Pay attention to who they talk to when they're around you, or who they hang out with when they're not. When you're around, when you're becoming friends again with this person, pay attention to how they spend their free time and who they spend it with. Because who a person spends their time talking to and with are the people that influence them the most, and that they depend on for input and output. And that's going to speak to this person's character a whole lot and let you know everything that you need to know about them. Birds of a feather do flock together. Because when you get to a certain age and a certain vibration and level of maturity, you just don't keep certain types of people around you anymore. You have better discernment, and you know what having a certain type of energy around you and your energy can do to you, or how it can influence you. Okay? So don't allow this person to walk out of one situation and straight into a situation with you. That's like someone being in a war and got bloody clothes on, and as soon as they leave the battlefield, they come walking right up to you, still dripping with blood, still sick. This person's coming out of a spiritual battlefield with someone that had a succubus spirit. That energy may still be on them. This person needs some time to meditate and cleanse that energy off of them and out of their spirit before they can come into union with you. And you can tell them that. They need some time to find themselves. They need a little bit of space to be alone so they can meditate and find themselves and heal. Now I have the 3 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, and the Lovers. The Lovers card here. This is Gemini energy. This person is in retreat right now and stuck in their head because they did go through something emotionally. They were expecting to have a child. The Three of Pentacles. That was a baby. Okay? They thought that they were going to have a baby. So imagine, even if you don't have the best relationship with someone, you know, but you're excited about a child that might be coming, you know, and you're thinking you're going to have this child with this person. No one can tell me it's not somewhere inside of you where you're feeling some kind of excitement, a little bit of anticipation. You know, you are feeling some kind of way that you're going to see your DNA reproduced. And you are a little bit in your feelings, if not a lot, and you're just hiding it. Even if you're not crazy about the person you're having it with. So this person just went through a loss because they were expecting a child. Now, even if the woman was never pregnant, the fact that they were in an energy and a mind of expecting a child and then finding out that she was never pregnant is still a hurtful thing. That's something they need to heal from. Because now they're going through a separation anxiety because they did walk away from someone that their energy was entangled with. So they still have that person's energy all over them. They need to take a spiritual bath. I mean, a real bath, a real salt bath, and go under that water and to break the sexual ties and bonds that that person had on them. They need to take several spiritual baths and speak out some invocations about breaking those spiritual ties and cords of that succubus spirit and off of them. Because when you separate from someone, you only separate physically. They still have an energetic cord attached to you. You have to separate from them spiritually and energetically. And you see the way this man is laying here. That woman he just walked away from, you see how his hands are crossed over his heart and his eyes are closed and his chin is up? That woman is still in his heart and in his head and in his mind and in his spirit. She's still there. And so is that child that he thought he was going to have, that he's mourning, whether he wants to admit it or not. And that separation, it's still going to affect him. I don't care what anyone says. Even if it was a low vibrational person you really didn't want to be with, once your energy is connected to them, you do feel some type of withdrawal when you withdraw your energy from them. Because when someone is used to hearing your voice and touching you and seeing you on a regular basis, especially if you're having intercourse and sexual relations, every time you have energetic interactions and physical interactions with that person, it creates an ism in your brain. It creates like a pattern in your brain, right? And it's just like a grass field that you walk through, and you keep walking down that path every single day, the exact same footsteps down that path. Eventually, it's going to be a dirt road, okay? So that person has created that in their brain, a place for them. And when that person walks away, now there's nothing filling that space anymore. And they go through a type of energetic withdrawal when you separate from a person. And it takes time to heal from that. So you imagine the time that it will take now that that person is no longer walking down that grass pathway that they made into a dirt road. It's going to take time for grass to grow back in that path that that person made in their brain, that ism. They made a mark in their brain. And the time it takes for grass to grow back and fill that area back in is a time sometimes that it would take to actually heal. To get them to get that pattern that they have from having that person in their energy out of their brain. For that, I'm describing it as an ism, but it's another actual word for it. To actually change that brain pattern and for the brain to go back to normal, okay, is what I'm trying to say. So it's not safe to be in a relationship with this person yet, they do need time to heal and process what happened to them. If you want to loan them a little bit of support and be a friend and talk to them while they heal, that's okay. That if you're strong enough to do that. But you have to be careful, because this is only a human being, and sometimes what humans do is they backslide. Remember, at the end of the day, this person does not want to go back into that connection. They don't want to go back into that connection, but we all have free will, and we all have weaknesses and strengths. So it's going to be up to that person to decide how they exercise their free will, if they're going to backslide or if they're going to move forward in their life. And they can choose either one, either path. You don't know the future. Today they're in a King of Cups energy, viewing you correctly. Tomorrow, when that nutsack is full again and they have no outlet for it, they might backslide and slide right back up into that distorted energy, and might be the King of Cups reversed again. Remember, energy can change from one moment to the next, because we have free will from one moment to the next. Which also means that if you are in a distorted masculine or feminine energy, and you're not living your life in the highest vibration, from one moment to the next, from one breath to the next, from one thought to the next, you can change it. There's no time in your life or moment that you can't make a split decision to change your life just by taking that first thought and action in the right direction. Okay? Are there any more messages? Y'all gonna hit me in the face with it? What is? This person is worried about their karma now. That's it. And that's another point. This person might have done some things, possibly to you or others or other women, that they may need to pay some karma back for. So you can't be close to this person while they're going through karma, because while they're going through their karma, if you're around them, and one of the laws of power are not to hang around unlucky people. That's another way of saying, when someone is going through their karma for actions they have taken, if you attach yourself to them, you will be the recipient of whatever karma they're going through. So you have to separate. Be ye separate, like the Bible says. This person is very sad because they do know that they're going through karma, and they're in the energy of understanding that the pain that they're in right now is part of their karma. They might have done something to you, possibly even, or not. But this person that they went toward, they thought was going to be an opportunity to get the Ace of Pentacles. They thought by being attached to this particular distorted feminine energy that they would become financially abundant. But instead, they ended up losing financially. They ended up losing by connecting themselves to this person. Remember, when you're dealing with a man or woman that is in their distorted masculine or feminine energy, that chaotic energy, the energy they're operating from is a lower energy in their root chakra, sexual energy a lot of times. It's like a battery, a dollar store battery. The energy that you're manifesting off of with that person is like a dollar store battery, versus a higher vibrational feminine or masculine that gets their energy from the sun. Okay? They channel their energy from within. They don't have to drum up a whole bunch of sexual energy to do things. They get their divine energy from the sun, from going within, from channeling from a higher source. Okay? That's that lithium battery. They plugged into they got the wrong battery. They plugged in. The woman is the battery. The divine feminine woman is the battery. These men are choosing the wrong types of batteries. They go into the dollar store to get their batteries instead of getting the Duracell lithium battery. That's what they're doing. Okay, at the 10 of Pentacles reversed, I have the Wheel and the Death card. This person really wants to stop this cycle. This person with the Death card, this person really does not want to repeat another cycle like this. They don't want to repeat another cycle of this mistake that they made. And they don't want to be isolated any longer. This person is depressed. This person is depressed and they want to put an end to this shit for good. Yeah, they want to put the nail in the coffin with this shit. They mean that shit. They really mean that shit. Woo! Two of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Clarify the Two of Pentacles. The Fool card. And the Sun reversed. This person feels like they're trying to be in a more confident energy. They took a chance. They knew that they took a chance in juggling you. Yeah. This person knew that they were taking a chance in juggling you. Okay? But they did not realize that you were so confident. Thank you. There it is right there. Okay. So we have the Fool card, the Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Do you remember earlier I told you first you was the Queen of Pentacles to them, and then you was the Queen of Wands, someone that's confident. Because you rejected them, they saw you were confident. And now they view you as the Empress and the High Priestess. This person decided to take a chance and juggle you because they didn't know how confident that you were. Okay? They thought you were like some of the others they had dealt with. And it ended up landing them in a lot of regret. The Sun is reversed. It ended up turning their whole world upside down. It triggered a major change in their life. And because of you, High Priestess, Empress, because of you, whether you and this person ever reconnect or not, you triggered a major change in this masculine energy's life. I am Kuan Yin, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot.